Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, welcome back to me, Hassan Zainuri. Have you ever felt nervousness, worry, or anxiety when you are performing public speaking in front of other people? Well, in this video, I'm going to talk to you about this topic. In the previous video, I have given you an information about the definition of public speaking and the differences between public speaking with other modes of communication. Now, we are going to talk about a new topic in the same chapter, the chapter of basics of public speaking. It is about anxiety and public speaking. In the previous video, I have given you an explanation about the definition of public speaking and also the differences between public speaking from other modes of communication. Let's review. The first video that I have given to you is about this one, the learning objectives of the video. You know the definition of public speaking, and you have already known what distinguishes public speaking with other modes of communication like conversation. In this video, I'm going to explain to you about the next topic. It is about anxiety and public speaking. So you will know the origin of anxiety in public speaking, and you will know some strategies for dealing with personal anxiety with public speaking. Let's find out. So this is the outline of the topics in this video. In the first video, we have already talked about the definition of public speaking and also the difference between public speaking from other modes of communication. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about anxiety and public speaking. Without further ado, let's get started. Okay, why are so many people afraid of public speaking? This is a complex question, and the answer is tied to many personal and psychological factors, such as self-efficacy, self-confidence, past experience, training, culture, and the context. The term glossophobia, combining the two Greek words for tongue and fear, has been defined as a severe fear of public speaking. People who suffer from glossophobia tend to freeze in front of any audience, even a couple of people. They find their mouth dries up, their voice is weak, and their body starts shaking. Why anxiety and public speaking? Scholars at the University of Wisconsin-Stout explain that anxiety in public speaking can result from one of several misperceptions. The first one is all or nothing thinking, which means a mindset that if your speech falls short of perfection or an unrealistic standard, then you are a failure as a public speaker. The second is overgeneralization, believing that a single event such as failing at a task is a universal or always event. And the next is fortune telling, the tendency to anticipate what things will turn out badly, no matter how much practice or rehearsal is done. Likewise, many new college students operate under the false belief that intelligence and skill are fixed. In their minds, a person is either smart or skilled in something, or he or she is not. This kind of false beliefs are applied to public speaking, and people conclude that because public speaking is hard, they are just not natural at it and have no inborn skill. They give up on improving and avoid public speaking at all costs. Along with the wrong way of thinking about one's learning and growth, two other fears contribute to anxiety in public speaking. The first is fear or failure. This fear can result from several sources, such as real or perceived bad experience involving public speaking in the past, lack of preparation, lack of knowledge about public speaking, not knowing the context, and uncertainty about one's task as a public speaker. The second fear is fear of rejection of oneself or one's ideas. This one is more serious in some respects. You may feel rejection because of fear of failure, or you may feel that the audience will reject your ideas, or worse, you as a person. Beyond dealing with the root fears that may cause you to have fright, response when it comes to public speaking, there are some practical answers to dealing with fears about public speaking. Of course, fear responses can be reduced if you know how public speaking works. But there are some other strategies, and all of them have to do with preparation. There are 4 preparations that you need to deal with in public speaking. There are mental preparation, physical preparation, contextual preparation, and speech preparation. Now let's go to the first preparation, which is mental preparation. To mentally prepare, you want to put your focus where it belongs, on the audience and the message. Mindfulness and full attention to the task are vital to successful public speaking. If you are concerned about a big exam or something personal going in your life, your mind will be divided and add to your stress. The main questions to ask yourselves are, why am I so anxiety about giving a presentation? And what is the worst that can happen? For example, you probably won't know most of your classmates at the beginning of the course, adding to your anxiety. By midterm, you should be developing relationship with them and be able to find friendly faces in the audience. However, very often we make situations far worse in our minds than they actually are, and we can lose perspective. The next preparation is physical preparation. The first step in physical preparation is adequate sleep and rest. You might be thinking such a thing is impossible in college, where sleep deprivation and late nights come with the territory. However, research shows the extreme effects a lifestyle of limited sleep can have far beyond yawning or dozing off in class. As far as public speaking is concerned, your energy level and ability to be alert and aware during the speech will be affected by lack of speech. As far as public speaking is concerned, your energy level and ability to be alert and aware during the speech will be affected by lack of sleep. Secondly, you would be better off to eat something that is protein-based rather than processed sugar-based before speaking. In other words, you'd better eat cheese or peanut butter on whole grain toast or eggs for breakfast rather than a donut and soft drink. A third suggestion is to wear clothes that you know look good in and are comfortable but also meet the context requirements. Especially, wear comfortable shoes that give you a firm base for your posture. A final suggestion for physical preparation is to utilize some stretching or relaxation techniques that will loosen your limbs or throat. Essentially, your emotions want you to run away, but the social system says you must stay. So, all that energy for running must go somewhere. The energy might go to your legs, hands, stomach, or skin with undesirable physical consequences. Tightening and stretching your hands, arms, legs, and throat for a few seconds before speaking can help release some of the tension. The next preparation is contextual preparation. The more you can know about the venue where you will be speaking, the better. For this class, of course, it will be your classroom, but for other situations where you might experience communication apprehension, you should check out the space beforehand or get as much information as possible. For example, if you were required to give a short talk for a job interview, you would want to know what the room will be like, if there is equipment for projection, how large the audience will be, and the seating arrangements. If possible, you will want to practice your presentation in a room that is similar to the actual space where you will deliver it. The best advice for contextual preparation is to be on time. If you have to rush in at the last minute, as so many students do, you will not be mindful, focused, or calm for the speech. Even more, if you are early, you can make sure equipment is working and you can converse with the audience as they enter. Professional speakers often do this to relax themselves, build credibility, and gain knowledge to adapt their presentation to the audience. Being on time will help you create a good first impression and thus enhance your credibility before the actual speech. The next preparation is speech preparation. Procrastination, like lack of sleep, seems to just be part of the college life. Sometimes we feel that we just don't get the best ideas until the last minute. When it comes to public speaking, there are some definite reasons you would not want to do that. First, of course, if you are finishing up your outline at 3 a.m. and have a 9 a.m. speech, you are going to be tired and unable to focus. Second, your instructor may require you to turn in your outline several days ahead of the speech date. However, the main reason is that public speaking requires active, oral, repeated practice before the actual delivery. You do not want the first time that you say the words to be when you are in front of your audience, right? Practicing is the only way that you will feel confident, fluent, and in control of the words you speak. Practicing and timing yourself repeatedly is also the only way that you will be assured that your speech meets the assignment's time limits. And speaking within the expected time limits is a cardinal rule of public speaking. You may think your speech is 5 minutes long, but it may end up being 10 minutes the first time you practice it, or only 2 minutes. Your practicing should be out loud, standing up, with someone to listen. If possible, with your visual aids. If you can record yourself and watch it, that is even better. If you do record yourself, make sure you record yourself from the feet up or at least the hips up, so you can see your body language. As you progress as a speaker, you will always need to practice, but perhaps not to the extent you do as a novice speaker. Remember, you never look as nervous as you feel. You may feel that your anxiety is at level 17 on a scale of 1 to 10, but the audience does not perceive it the same way. They may perceive it at a 3 or 4 or even less. If you know you don't look as nervous as you feel, you can focus and be mindful of the message and the audience rather than your own emotions. Also, you will probably find that your anxiety decreases throughout the class. The act of giving the speech and getting through it will help you gain confidence. On the final note, if you are an audience member, you can help the speaker with his or her anxiety, at least a little bit. Mainly, be an engaged listener from the beginning to end. You can imagine that a speaker is going to be more nervous if the audience looks bored from the start. A speaker with less anxiety is going to do a better job and be more interesting. Alright, let's review the explanation in this video. So, we have already learned the origin of anxiety in public speaking, and we have known why are so many people afraid of public speaking. The next thing that we have already learned are the preparation in public speaking. You have known how to apply some strategies to deal with public speaking by using several preparations. Those preparations are mental preparation, physical preparation, contextual preparation, and speech preparation. Okay, as for your review question, I'd like you to answer the following question. Who are some public speakers you admire? Tell me why. Next, when you experience communication anxiety, What happened in your body and your mind? Alright, answer these questions by leaving a response in the comment below. I'll see you in the next video. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.